Hey, Don Lee. Sorry I'm late, guys. Technical difficulties on my end here. I'm still making my coffee. Just now getting out of here. If you can't tell, I'm out of breath because I'm like, oh man, I'm late. I gotta hurry, me and my wife had to run into town real quick and just barely made it back here in time. Oh. Wow, let's see. 3 or 4 people in here it shows. That's awesome. Check this out. I got a Des the Hobo Travel Nurse mug. Lord have mercified. That is super awesome. I love it. Thank you, Des, if you're watching this on the replay or whatever. Don Lee says, hello. Yep. It looks like the water's... Boy, this chair makes weird noises when I move. But I'm not farting, I promise. So guys, I have a video coming out this afternoon at 5 p.m. Of my trip down to where Des is at. So be looking for that video this afternoon. Oh man, it shows 4 people in here, but Don Lee's the only one that's commented. It keeps popping back and forth between 3 and 4. So guys, if you would, leave a comment. Oh man, that cold air has kind of got me choked up this morning. What is she up to now? Comment. Good one there. 2 hands working. Hello, Crazy Ed. What's up, man? Good to see y'all in here. Sorry I'm late, guys. I don't know how many was in here before I went live, but yeah, the bus build is going to continue. Crazy Ed said, I'm freezing my blank off. Don't you have heat there, Ed? I've got this little buddy heater. I think that's what you call it. Show you guys here. There's my coffee, the water heating up for my coffee. There's the little buddy heater. So I was out here last night because yesterday I was editing video, and well, yesterday morning I almost forgot that yesterday, December 19th, is me and my wife's anniversary. So yeah, I almost forgot that. I made it back here in time for that, for the anniversary and everything. And so that was awesome. Spent the morning with her, and then she went and spent the afternoon with the kids, went to the movies and stuff. And so I spent all afternoon yesterday going through all the footage, because I really had no idea how much footage I had, because Des would pick up my camera and move it around and stuff. So that was really cool. So it's not like just all stationary, you know, the camera sitting in one spot. So that's pretty cool. But I had to go through all that footage and see like what was all there first. And so that was a lot of, you know, just watching through it, kind of skimming through and seeing what to use and what to throw in there. And then I got some comedy stuff in there you guys are going to want to see on the ride down there. I think it was pretty funny. I'm pretty sure you guys will too. So you'll want to check it out for that also, and kind of see some of the finishing touches I did on Casper the bus for Des the Hobo Travel Nurse and Steve-O. Man, you guys, Des the Hobo Travel Nurse is so awesome, guys. I hope you guys are all subscribed to her channel, and I hope that you guys will go back in her past videos and just play them through. Leave comments and everything on there, all good comments. Don't leave any negative stuff on there, please. Which I don't think any of you that's in here right now would do that, but she has helped me out a bunch. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, some people have, you know, done acts of kindness and stuff, and not expected anything in return. And so yeah, very grateful. The bus build will continue now. So last night I came out here, and I don't know if you can see that, but I pulled up everything down to the bare metal, all the way to the back wheel wells right there. Most all of that wood back there wasn't too hard to pull up. I've got some footage of that I'll be throwing in a video. It was heck, you know, once I got to the wheel wells, I couldn't pull up anymore. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I got to get all of this flooring ripped up out of here. Let's see here. Let me catch up on the chat real quick. Tracy Jordan, good morning. Good to see you. Crazy Ed said, nope, you don't have propane for heat? Union long handles with buttons on the backside will help you keep warm. The old classic long handles. That you seen in, I only seen those in the cartoons back in the day. Everyone's saying hi to everybody. What is she up to now? Said yes, I saw both of your videos on the live feed. You're done. Yeah, my video is not out yet. It'll be out at 5 p.m. You probably seen Dez's video. What is she up to now? Said Dave, I have a pair of them Union long johns, so they work. Yeah, I like sweatpants. I like, when it gets really cold out, I like to put a pair of sweatpants on under my jeans, and they work really good. Oh, what is she up to now? Said I saw your live feed with her. Just have propane so I can cook my food. I thought you had one of these Mr. Buddy heaters, Ed. That's a bummer. If you really, really need a heater, I have a Mr. Buddy heater that I could give away. It's got the 2 round burners on it. That it clamps onto the top of like a 20-pound propane cylinder. If you want to come by and grab that, you can do that. And you can pick up some lumber too, Ed. Just have propane and cook food. Did you get a job yet? I haven't heard like how that's going for you with that job you were trying to get. I'm gonna have to get my coffee making here. I think the water's done. I got a new chair. It's one of those camo ones with the armrest on it. The one that I bought to use for the live down there where Dez is at, and that I didn't get out of the truck, and we carpooled in her car out to that location. So I didn't have my chair, and now I'm using it for the first time. Every time I move, it makes noise. You guys want to watch me make coffee here? Let me lower this down a little bit. Maybe I can show the making of the coffee. Got the little strainer thing here. It sets right on top of the cup. Little big scoop in there. Today it is Folger's breakfast blend. Good. Let's see. You need a Christmas tree in your bus? Yeah, maybe later. I won't have the bus done by then. Lila Newton, hey, just dropped in to say hello. I'm still sick. Have a Merry Christmas. Oh boy, I hope you're getting better, Lila. Tracy Jordan, I've had a cup already. Might need a second one. What is she up to now? So hi, Tim. For some reason, my chat's not scrolling on this thing. I don't know how to make it do that automatic. I've got a little bit of the sniffles, but I don't have that CV stuff. This is my first cup of coffee in the Dez the Hobo Travel Cup. Dez the Hobo Travel Nurse coffee cup. Boy, I can't even talk today. I should have already had coffee this morning, before doing my live. I don't know if you guys, yeah, you can see that steam coming up in front of my face there. I wish the chat would stop disappearing on me. I'm just saying hi to everybody. Hey, Tim Shizminski, what's up? Good to see you. Just getting coffee made here. I've got a ton of stuff to do today. I'm going to be going into town and getting insulation for the floor, plywood, and flooring. So that's going to get me started, and I'll probably be getting a diesel heater or two in, and a few other things, maybe some framing material. I'm not for sure if I'm going to be just buying that or if I'm going to just mill it up out of some of the stuff I got here. Lila Newton said, Merry Christmas, everyone. Gonna split. All right, Lila, have a good one. Merry Christmas to you. Tracy Jordan, we got a visit from Frosty this morning, already melting though from the sun. Yeah, we had frost on the grass this morning. It's already gone, but we didn't have any snow or anything like that. Just about full on the cup here. Oh man. So what to talk about today? Like, I've been trying to figure out and write down, like, prioritize the stuff to do on this bus build, like what do I need to do next, you know, the highest priority stuff. As many of you guys already know, on whether or not we lose the house is kind of up in the air. It's up to the bank right now. And, you know, that's why I got the bus, because, you know, it's something secure, you know, that I own, and I'm not, you know, going to lose it. No one can take that away from me. So that's why we're trying to build it out, because we just simply don't know what the bank is going to do. I'm hoping for the best. And I'm going to probably end up doing a video explaining all that in more detail, and like just showing everyone like how far behind I am right now. I don't want to, like, I'm not asking for money from nobody or anything, but just understand that I don't have a bunch of money or anything, and the bus build will continue because of the generosity of somebody. Hey, Dutch Creek Cabin, what's up, man? Hey, O'Canaran, good to see you. I should have another cup here somewhere. I have something to put this thing over. That works. We'll throw some sugar in here. Guys, I'll tell you what, I feel very blessed that I'm going to be able to continue on the bus build. Everything was at a standstill. I know everyone was wondering like what was going on with the bus build, because I wasn't putting out any more videos. I probably need to do a couple of videos. I'll do some videos on the sawmill. That log that I pulled up the hill the other day is still on the mill, because I had to go out of town to go, you know, down to Des the Hobo Travel Nurse and help them a little bit. And the bad thing is we forgot that she had a board that was to go over top of the sink, and I didn't have the tools. I didn't know we were going to do that whenever I went down there. I thought I was just doing like some staining and painting, so I took tools for that. Had I known that I was going to be, you know, maybe doing some woodworking, I would have brought some tools for that. But she wanted it basically routed out to where it can set down inside the sink and be like a cutting board that sits inside the sink. So anyways, totally forgot about that. She was going to go rent a saw or something for me to do that, and totally forgot about it. So I may end up having to go back down there again. Look at there. That's good coffee. Sustainable Path Homestead, good morning. Good to see you. poke that like button. Smash the thumbs up. Oh my gosh, guys. So yeah, we're only gonna be on for like an hour today because I've got so much stuff to do. I gotta try and put out a video every day if I can. That's my goal, is to do a video every day and just show the progress on the bus build. That way you guys get to follow along like every day, see what I'm doing, or maybe planning out or whatever. Good morning, Sandy Wilkerson. Good to see you. Grumpy Grandpa, hey, hey. I love that live you did last night, Grumpy. I was sitting there watching your live while I was editing video. And then while I was rendering the video, I came out here to the bus and was tearing some of the floor out. Oh, look, there's my roosters right there. Or rooster and 2 hens that I have left. Started off with something like, I think it was 13 or 16 hens, and now I'm down to 2. But they've been doing pretty good, just the 2. I guess the rooster is able to protect the 2 and wasn't able to protect all the ones that he had. Everyone's saying hi to everybody. I don't know if I'll be able to go on your live, Grumpy. I don't want to get too political with my brand, I guess. I might be able to go on there as the Hillbilly Woodsman, which you guys will get to see in this afternoon's video, a little bit of the Hillbilly Woodsman. I've been practicing a little bit, and that's what I threw in there while I was going down the road. I'll just kind of throw a little bit of it out there. I put my Hillbilly Woodsman teeth in, driving down the road through Arkansas and Oklahoma and Texas. I don't know why in the world it took me over into Oklahoma, but it did. It took me down 259. I don't know why the GPS done that, but you kind of see some of that in the video. And it was pretty funny. There was a couple of spots in there that I took out going down the road with those teeth in, and people driving past me, and just the look on their face was priceless. You know what? There was another thing that happened to me yesterday. I took my wife out for breakfast because it was our anniversary. And so it was me, my wife, and my daughter went to the local little shop here to eat. And whenever I was standing in line to pay, this lady and her grandkid was standing in front of me, and they ran their card through and it was declined for some reason. So she went to go get cash, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this opportunity just like comes right up in front of me here. And so I told the lady, I said, ring hers up too. And on the way out the door, I just told her Merry Christmas. And then, she just, Merry Christmas, had no idea what I had done. And then before me and my wife could even leave the parking lot, she comes running out. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe you done that. And it brought a tear to my eye, but it's great to be able to do stuff like that. I was blessed, and so I paid it forward. Yes, pay it forward, done it. Thank you, Drops. I am so glad that I have so many people in this community who do that. It's really awesome. Thank you, guys. Everyone that does stuff like that, thank you. Yeah. I'm not saying that to like give myself a pat on the back. It's something that I put it out there because I'm hoping you guys will do it too. I just want to bring it to your attention so that you guys will go out there and do that also. I'm not asking for super chats. I'm not asking for you guys to send me money and stuff. I just want y'all to be reminded, because sometimes we forget. And, if you're presented with that, if it's put right there in front of you, just do it. Let's see. Crazy. I said, I know how you feel, Dave. The trailer goes back right after Christmas. Dang. Like a bully said, hey brother, that was a quick trip. Yeah, it was. I was supposed to be down there for 2 days. I was down there. I mean, there was 2 days of work that was done. I was down there and back. Uh, but that bus is really small. So, oh man, coffee getting to me already, making me burp. Don Lee said I did pay it forward. Thank you, Don. Yes, it does. Sandy Wilkerson said, yes, it does feel good to bless others. And, you know, I am never really on the receiving end of that. And now I've been on the receiving end of that. It's, it's difficult for me to be on the receiving end of something like that. And I know a lot of you guys, pretty much everybody in here knows who this person or persons is that blessed me. And I hope you guys are subscribed to their channel. I don't want to name names because I don't, you know, I don't want to bring haters onto this person's channel. So I just hope you guys know who it is and that you will go over and watch videos and pay it forward back to them if you would. Drop said, too many times I've seen people have to put an item that they really need and pay forward. Feels good, so they don't have to. That's awesome. And I've been there before, and I've, you know, thought I had enough, and or maybe there was just a problem with my card or something, and I've been standing there at the register, and that is like, it's very humbling when like your card is declined or something, and you're just like, I mean, even back in the day when I made a bunch of money, when I had my trucking company, um, and there'd be a bunch of money in my account, and I'd be trying to pay for my fuel or something, you know, for my semi truck, and my card would be declined because of, you know, being out of state, and the bank would just randomly shut my card off because of that, because they thought someone stole my card or something. Because I'm buying, you know, $400 worth of fuel in one state, and then, you know, half a day later I'm getting, you know, $300 or $400 of fuel again in another state. So they shut my card off, and then I've had people offer to pay it, and I was just blown away. I was like, do you not realize, like, this is like $400 or something for fuel? I can't just let you pay for my fuel. And they're like, no, they would insist. And I'm like, no, I just have to call my bank. And they're like, no, let me pay for it. And sometimes you just have to say, okay, and let them do it, because they're feeling, you know, like God is pushing them to do that. So you have to allow them to do it, I guess. But it's really, it's tough for me, you know, to be on the receiving end. Drop said, oh, trust me, when I was younger, people have helped me out. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, uh, we're not rich or anything. We're not well off or anything like that. Most of the time, my bank account is at zero. I'll have like $1 or $2 in there. I live, you know, from paycheck to paycheck working for myself, and there's a lot of times where it is really far between getting a job, you know, to do for somebody. I'm fortunate right now that, you know, I've had this guy come out and want some beams and stuff milled up for him, but the scary thing is like, when is the next time someone's going to want something milled up for them? If I could get that business drummed up a little bit to where I get more business coming in, I mean, a lot of people are like, man, you got a sawmill. I would think that would make a lot of money. Well, you would think, but it just doesn't. In this area where I live, for some reason, people would rather go spend their money at Lowe's or Home Depot and buy lumber from them for whatever reason. and they pay a lot more for it. Let's see, likably, absolutely, there is never enough people doing good things for others out of the kindness of their heart instead of for fame or fortune. Yes, and the crazy thing is the person who is helping me out on this bus build, it's a lot of money, and they don't want any recognition for it. I pay it forward, but it's not in money, it's in ways I can do it. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, however you can bless someone, it may not be money. Like, I don't have money to give people or whatever, but you guys have seen all the logs I've got out here. I've got a chainsaw. It doesn't cost me a bunch of money for gas in that chainsaw. And one of my daughter's friends down the road bought some firewood from me last year when we had that really cold snap, and I loaded them down with wood. They gave me like $60 for a rick, and I took them 2 ricks just because I had it, and I don't need it. I don't burn firewood here. I wish I did. But my insurance would be insanely through the roof if I did have a fireplace. That's the only reason I haven't put a wood burning stove in the house yet. And I still have lots of firewood here. So whenever I drive by their house and I see that they're running low, I will load up some wood and take it down there and give it to them, because I know where he works and everything. I know he doesn't make a lot of money. And so, it's not hurting me any to give him firewood. And so whatever it is, I mean, if it is just going to their channel and supporting them, if they're monetized, guys like Crazy Ed, he's going through some tough times right now, some really tough times, and I wish I could do more to help him out. So if you guys would go and watch through, like, I don't know if he has playlists or whatever, but go watch his videos, watch the ads, and try to help him out that way if that's all you can do, which really honestly is a ton. Watching videos, again, going through and watching them, leaving another comment, that sort of thing, blowing their channel up, it helps with the algorithm. It helps put that video out in front of others. And you don't know it, but it helps a lot. If several people do that, it helps a bunch. And that's a form of paying it forward right there. You guys just watching my stuff helps me out a bunch. Leaving comments and stuff, I read every comment. If there's a heart on the comment you left, that means I read it. Let's see. At Crazy Ed's homestead, snowing and going into the negatives Christmas morning, so need to build a new, where to go? New, bigger coop and heat lamp in there. I'm guessing you're talking about yours, Drops. What a ship tune house, right, Adam? That's why I do it low key. Yeah, I mean, I don't do it to like get any fame or fortune or anything like that. Just like Jason Crocker, I used to do that stuff before he ever mentioned anything, and I forget. And unless it's put right there in front of my face, like yesterday, that was right smack in my face, and my wife was standing there next to me, and I said, ring up that other lady's stuff too. And the lady at the register sees it all the time. They do that pretty often at that place. People just around here do that sort of thing. And I looked over at my wife, and the look she had in her eye at me was, I know she was proud of me when I did that. And brownie points with my wife right there. But that's not why I did it. And I know the lady, like her card, for whatever reason, I mean, she's not poor, okay? I wouldn't say that she's wealthy or anything, but I'm certain that she had the money to pay for it and everything. It's just a problem with her card for whatever reason. And so I was like, God put this in front of me, and it felt like a test, right? And so I was just like, I got to do this. And I'm talking about it on here just so I'm reminding you guys to do that. Go out there and do it today. If you're out and about and you're able to, and it's not going to put you in a bind, do that. I mean, Ed, even though he's in the position he's in, he, like, I know the neighbor that he had, he would go down there and help them out with things. Even though he didn't like really have the means, I don't guess he was putting himself in a position or anything, but he's still, he's very kind-hearted and he helps people out. He went down, and I can't remember who it was you helped out, and then you was going to go down to help out Possum Run, but finances don't really allow you to do all that. But I know where your heart is, Ed. I missed something there. Did I miss Adams? Oh, yeah, I read that one. What is she up to now? She said, Ed, I'd help you, but I can't in money, and you live clear down there. Go watch his channel. That's a ton of help. Share his videos. Like, find a good video that you really like on his channel and share it on, Facebook or something like that. Put it in front of your friends and family, and that helps out a lot. I've done that with a lot of channels on my Facebook. I have a ton of people who follow me on Facebook. There's, I don't even know, probably close to 2,000 people on Facebook that follow me. They started following me because of all the tree work and stuff I was doing, stuff like that I put out there. There's a lot of tree workers and stuff that follow me on Facebook, and they share some of my videos sometimes. So, I mean, that's how you get stuff put out there to where it's not just dependent on the algorithm. All right, Tracy Jordan, we'll see you. I'm probably behind in the chat here, but like a boy said, I've been blessed so many times with outrageous kindness that I definitely didn't feel I deserve, but has made me strive to be deserving. That's what I feel like right now. I have been blessed so much, and it's hard for me not to cry about it and be really emotional about it. But that's the thing, is like, you feel like, man, do I deserve this? Have I done enough for other people to deserve this? You need to look into building those armadillo traps. Yeah, I looked into that. I looked them up and everything, but the price point of where those armadillo traps are at right now and the cost for the plywood, I understand fully why they cost that much, because there's not a lot of money to be made at that price point, to be honest. I mean, they seem really expensive, but when you figure up the price of plywood to build those, the like marine grade plywood, so that they don't rot and fall apart out there in the woods, it's pretty expensive. And then you're going to have probably at least a day building it. So if you figure $100 for your labor for the day, or maybe 200, whatever a person wants to make in a day building something like that. It's probably going to take a day to make one. I was just like, I'm not going to compete with that, but they do seem expensive. But there's a lot of expense in just getting the materials. What is she up to now? So Merry Christmas, Tracy. They sell them for $250 for a wooden trap. Yeah. And a a sheet of plywood is like $80 for that, like marine grade plywood. I think it was like $80 for it. And I mean, you have to buy at least one sheet of plywood to build a trap. So you're $80 into materials, just for the wood. That's not including, like screws or anything like that. So you probably would have at least $150 in materials in it. And then you figure $100 for your labor for the day for building it. That's probably why they're at $250. What is shipped to now? Says Sandy, I know what you mean about money is always tight. Yeah, that's why I don't ask you guys for money. I don't ask for super chats or anything. And another reason for that, and the reason I'm not naming the person who blessed me, is because you guys know, if you're in this community, you know who it is. But at the same time, someone does an act of kindness like that, it tends to bring hate upon them. They get negative comments and stuff. Just like the other day, I was watching a Bus Life story, their live, where Isaac and Jaylena was on there, and I sent them a $20 super chat, just telling them Merry Christmas. And next thing you know, I mean, there was other people sending super chats and stuff, and people started calling them beggars and stuff. There was just some haters on there, like typing out beggars and, just nasty, hateful stuff. And I think what these people don't understand is just how much work it is. Like, just to even get it in front of a camera and do a live, it's pretty stressful. I mean, over time you do get a little more relaxed. Like when you start learning who people are and everything, you get a little more comfortable with them, and it does get a little easier. It's not so much of a job. It's really hard to get out there, once or twice a week and do a live in front of people. And, sometimes emotions may come out and stuff like that. That's tough to do. It is a job. Doing YouTube is a job. I spend all day, every day. If I'm not out running with my wife doing Amazon loads, I spend all day shooting video and half the afternoon or most of the afternoon doing some of the editing. Sometimes it takes a day and a half to do the editing. Just depends on how much footage I had and how much I have to go through, and the different ideas I might come up with while I'm running through the editing process. Whenever I do these videos, I really have no idea like how the video is going to turn out. I just kind of wing it most of the time, and because it's really hard to plan, and sometimes you just have to set the camera up, get the footage, and then see what you can come up with at the end. Oh yeah, insurance would drop me if I put a fireplace in. Yeah, some insurance companies are like that. Sandy Wilkerson, Dave, that's why I watch your videos, because that's all I can do. Well, thank you very much, Sandy, for watching. And that's all you guys need to do, is watch the videos. If you would, I'd appreciate if you share videos, on Facebook or wherever, whatever other social media you have. That helps out a bunch. And not just for me. There's other people out there like, Ed, a lot of other people out there. Dutch Creek Cabin is one right there. You got to check out his channel. He does a lot of stuff, and I've seen a lot of what he's doing for Butt Nuggets Homestead. He is another huge part of this community, along with Simply Jan and so many others that go out there and they help in this community. And I find myself in a place where I possibly might need help, but I don't want to ask for help, because that's the hardest thing in the world for me to do, because I would rather be the person on the other end. I'd rather be the person that's doing the giving, because that is so much easier for me. It's just, that's who I am. It's my nature. Let's see. Dutch Creek said, picking someone up when they need help sure does feel good, man. Yes, it does. Very much. Drops Family Garden said, Sandy Wilkerson, one of my cousin's husband, was a Boilermaker. He made 6 figures a year. Man, I used to make boilers for power plants, and I didn't make six figures. I used to work at a place called Express Metals in Big Cabin, Oklahoma. Back when I was like 18, 19 years old, I had two jobs welding. One job was actually working at J&J Railcar in Miami, Oklahoma. I built railroad cars. I was a welder then. Um, and then I got a second job working for Express Metals in Big Cabin, where I built boilers for power plants. And I think I made back then, that was what, like 97, 98. I think it was 98 or 99 probably. Um, I made like 10.50 an hour as a really good welder. I mean, I wish I had a MIG welder so I could do videos and let you guys see what my MIG welds look like, because you'd just be like, wow, really? Dude, you should be out traveling around doing pipeline and all this and that. Well, they don't do MIG, they do stick on pipeline, but I'm still pretty good at stick welding, just not the best. And I've always thought, man, I should do videos with a MIG welder and just showing people like how good I can weld, because everybody who's ever seen my welds are like, man, that's really good. And back in the day, everybody's like, you should totally go out and you should travel around and do pipeline because that pays really good. And at the time I was like, I don't want to travel. Well, the day I turned 21, I got my CDL the day I turned 21, and I went out over the road traveling. So go figure, right? Let's see, the week my oldest daughter was born, our rent of $65 was due. My husband's paycheck was $56 for that week, thanks to seasonal work. Man, I'm guessing that's been a little while back, huh? Donnelly said, Drew, you do so much for people. Yes, he does. That guy, he is awesome. That's the main reason I keep watching his videos. Like when YouTube stops giving me notifications that he puts a video out, I go and I search for his channel and I find those videos. And he's usually the first one to comment on a lot of my videos. Rosemary Berry, times are definitely hard right now. My husband and I live on a fixed income with the cost of living right now is very tough. Yes. And I fully understand that. That is one reason why my sawmill business is like really, really struggling right now, because people just don't have the extra money to spend. And what little bit of extra money they do have right now, they're, buying stuff for Christmas and stuff like that. And see, in the last 3 years before this year, this was my busy time of year where like people would be calling me up wanting me to make, Christmas items and stuff for them and everything, but it's not happened this year. I see I got a super chat that I haven't got to yet. I am probably way behind. Sandy, David, it's okay to cry. We're friends here. Yeah, I don't want to be snotting all over myself on a live and stuff, but I've done my fair share of that in private here recently because of the generosity of somebody. Grumpy said, you do way more for others. Dave, do some stuff for you. It's okay. I'm just kind of skimming through here. Rosemary Berry, I definitely live within our means. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I've paid off the minivan, which I traded for a Mustang, which I sold, and then basically traded for this bus to be able to, have something that if it's needed, then me and my family will have something to live in. And there's an RV park not too far from here. I haven't called and found out how much the rent there is, but if I absolutely had to, I could actually move all of my logs over there. I can move the whole operation over there to this person's property and set up over there. Um, but the thing is, I've had a house before with the same kind of loan. I've got a rural development loan on this house, and the amount that I'm behind right now, there's just no way I can possibly pay that. And so if the bank decides that I have to pay that, right now, it's just not going to happen. Um, and then, having to come up with the monthly mortgage at the same time also. So I've been trying to prepare for the worst and just hoping for the best. If we get word that, they are, going to just put that on the back end of the loan, then that's great, awesome. Then I have a bus to travel around in that will get built out, and I will use this to actually go out and bless others, help them out, and we'll try to keep the house until I can get it fixed up, and then I will sell the house. That's my plan, is to sell it and get out from underneath that mortgage, and I will buy a piece of raw land, build my own house, debt free. I just want to get away from having that mortgage over my head. Don Lee said those trolls are ridiculous. Trolls are horrible. Hope we don't have any in here. Hope the mods are getting them if we do, because I ain't seeing it. Don Lee said potty break. Don't won't say a word till I get back. I watch all my YouTube on the phone, so sometimes I'll watch you guys on the John. My husband David is a Boilermaker. He works power plants, so he probably installs the boilers that I used to make. He's a Boilermaker / pipe fitter. I didn't do the actual pressure vessel welds. I just put the pipe in the heat exchangers. Drew, you have all the good words coming to you because you do so much to help so many. Yeah, I'd tell you what, I love Drew's channel. I love what he does. And, he drives an old Chevy around and that old bus. Oh, there's that super chat. Living, I guess it's a super sticker or something. It says living country life, $4.99. I'm guessing, well, it's actually a super chat. Just, they didn't say nothing. Well, thank you. That's very appreciated. Thank you very much. What is she? Oh, Dutch Creek Cabin said, what is she up to now? Thank you. So when the bus is done, probably the first place I'm going to go, I'm going to look up Des. And I'm going to see if I can make a trip when this bus is done and go see her and have her do a tour video of the bus when I have it completed. And then I might, if I can swing it, I'm thinking I would probably hook up the Sawmill and go see Possum Run Homestead, because I know she's got trees down there that she needs milled up. I wanted to go whenever I was done at the 41.36, but I was out of blades. I used up like all my blades at the 41.36, and I wasn't feeling good at the time, so I wasn't able to go help her out. Drops Family Garden said, I'm debt free. It feels good. Yeah, like my old Dodge pickup, I got that back in, I think it was 07 is when I started buying it from my boss, and I didn't really have a choice. He was going through a divorce, rough times and stuff, and I came into work one day and he said, I'm selling you the company truck for $1,000. And I made like $10.50 an hour as a fabricator welder at the time. That wasn't a lot of money. But, he's like, you've worked for me for years, and you worked for, so little money that made this business even possible. Basically, my work helped put his son through college. And he's like, I want to do this for you. The truck had all new brakes and rotors and brand new tires and stuff on it, a brand new transmission in it. And he's like, I don't want my wife to get it, so I'm selling it to you for $1,000. And I'm like, I don't have $1,000. He said, I'm going to take $35 a week out of your paycheck for a year. And that's what he did. And I was like, shoot, $35 a week, I can swing that. And so, yeah, in '08, the big downturn of '08, I had lost my house and stuff just before that. There was a lot of other reasons why I lost my house. I was going through some really stressful times. I had just lost my older brother, and plus my boss going through a divorce. Like times I would try to show up to work and he wouldn't be there, so that was really rough. Plus just having lost my older brother to suicide, it was a very rough time in my life, and him selling me that truck helped out a bunch. And at that point I was debt free. I was just renting, and I went a few months without a job, and I was looking for a job, and a buddy of mine called me up, and he's like, "Hey, what are you up to?" And it's like, "Oh, nothing, just looking for a job." And he said, "You still got your CDL?" I said, "Yeah." And then that got me into a job of about 8 or 9 years of doing heavy haul and just you name it, running excavators, doing demolition work, that sort of thing. And that was a really great job. Let's see. I must be way behind in this chat. I want to get caught up here. What is she up to now? Path Crazy Ed. I don't know what he's meaning. Yes, wood stoves made of cast iron are great, and you can still cook on them. Yeah, Ed. I mean, if you're losing the your camper trailer, which I don't know how the heck they're going to get there and get it out of there for one, but yeah, you might look into getting a canvas tent like Jason Crocker did, and get you a wood burning stove in there. That'd be a lot better than a regular tent. You need one of those canvas tents or something. Dragonflies, Ozark Homestead. So what did I miss at Hood's Custom Shop? Oh, well, the bus build continues. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to be doing quite a few videos on the bus build here pretty soon. So I actually got, let me show you guys again. You can see all the rusty floor back there in the back. That's what I did last night. I had a lamp on in here, had this heater right here running full blast last night, and it was kind of warm in here. So that leaves me to wonder, just how much insulation I need to put in here. I think like these walls right here, there's insulation inside there, but I think what I'm going to do, there's some 1/4 inch thick fold out insulation. It's 4 foot wide by 50 foot long, and it's like $50 for each one of those. And so I think I'm going to use 4 of those on the floor. That'll give me a 1/2 inch of insulation, then put plywood over that, and then the Procore flooring on top of that. And then I'm probably, for the most part of the walls here, the lower part of the walls, I'm going to probably put a 1/4 inch of insulation on that, and then put my cabinets up against that. I don't think I'll put any plywood up against it, except for maybe in the shower. When I do that part, I got to get a shower pan and all that kind of stuff. I've got to figure out exactly how I'm going to do the shower. I would love to do the endless hot water shower like Greenhorn 1 Acre did on his channel. If you guys are interested in that, go check that out. He done an endless hot water shower. It is a on-demand hot water or tankless hot water heater. Runs on a 12-volt pump that runs off of his batteries from his solar out there on his 1 acre in Arizona. It runs the water through filters. I think he said it was like 2 or 3 gallons he put into the system, and it filters the water through several different filters. And you just have to watch the videos on the trial and error that he went through to get that all figured out. But it cleans the water and runs it, cycles it back through that system. So you can sit there and take a 30-minute shower, have hot water the whole time. that's heated with propane. That that sounds really awesome because in a bus I'm probably going to put like 100-gallon fresh water, a 66-gallon gray water tank in here, and I'm going to have to get another tank just for the shower system. That way, because like my kids, they like to take a really long shower. So if I can put it on a system like that where it cycles that water through, that would be pretty nice. We're planning on plumbing this up to be able to take it to an RV park and be able to live there and be able to travel around and stuff like that if we have to. Um, my plan is actually to keep the house for right now if the bank lets us do that. Um, but yeah, I mean it's up in the air right now. We don't know what they're going to do. I'm praying for the best and planning for the worst. So yeah, being blessed to be able to continue this bus build, and hopefully this will boost the channel to the point where just where I can make money just off of the views enough to if I could make enough off of YouTube, not asking you guys for money or anything, not asking you for super chats and stuff, but just watch my videos. If you guys can do that for me, watch through the ads, it will help me out a bunch. It will really help my channel out. Share my videos and stuff would be super awesome. And that's all you guys need to do. You don't need to send me money and stuff. So that's what I'm asking. And there's other channels out there in this community. If you would go watch their videos, Dutch Creek Cabin, he helps out a ton. Simply Jan, she helps out a ton. Crazy Ed's Homestead, he needs help. Watch his videos, share. Go find some nice videos of his that you like, and go share those. Even if you have some animosity between you or something, help them out. Kill them with love, as I like to say. You know, just love on them, and whatever happened in the past, let that be in the past. And just I hope you guys will be civil about it and everything, and things will get better. Let me catch up here on the chat. Everyone loves Drew. Yes, Mary, everyone does. Dutch Creek. Oh gosh, y'all stop it. It was all that spicy food in the 41.36. Yes, it was. That was some dang good food. There was like a soup that Mel made one night. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I had 2 bowls of it, and I was like, it's not too spicy, but there was some black pepper in that, and I found out that black pepper is my arch nemesis. I cannot have black pepper. I cannot have chocolate. I cannot have anything tomato, pizza, ketchup. Like ketchup is the worst. Like if I go to McDonald's or something, and if I have fries, just one fry, dip it in ketchup, eat it. 10 seconds later, I've got heartburn like you would not believe. So I'm learning things that I cannot eat. And at the 41.36, man, I tell you what, if you guys ever get a chance to go there, those guys, oh, they cook the best food. I can't talk it up enough. They make some really good food, and I wish my stomach could handle that stuff, but it can't. I cannot handle spicy. I can't handle any black pepper. If it's real greasy, I can't do that. Me and Dez went out to eat at Chili's, right? I got a steak with no seasonings on it. We've specifically said no seasonings. They like literally put just like garlic butter on it. I had that and I paid for it dearly. I ended up leaving out that night because I remembered, oh yeah, the 19th tomorrow is me and my wife's anniversary. I need to be home. And I was sitting there trying to edit video. I had a headache that came on from what I ate, which was really good. Thank you, Des. But yeah, I paid for it all the way home. I was just like, oh my gosh, it's killing me. It was pretty bad, but it was really good food. Possum Run, and probably also Big Dreams, Tiny Budget. Yeah, I don't know if I've watched Big Dreams, Tiny Budget. I do catch like replays and stuff of Possum Run every now and then when I can. Oh yeah, union dues. I hate those. I worked for one union. It was for Butterball. I worked a couple of months at the underground in Carthage for Butterball, and I had to pay union dues, but they did nothing for me. And it was like $50 a week came out of my check for union dues. And ever since then, I've been completely against union. I was like, I don't need a union to steal my money and say that they're fighting for me. I was like, that's like the NRA. I I am pro gun. I'll just put that out there for you guys. Y'all should know that by now. But I am pro gun, but I absolutely hate the NRA. The NRA has been the biggest enemy to anybody that is for gun rights. The NRA sucks. They take your money and they do nothing. Crazy Ed said I will get any tent that I can for the time being and then build this house. Yeah, I hope you don't lose your property. Man, man, if this community could come together and if we could get Ed a canvas tent with a wood burning stove, like what Jason Crocker had, I've got the wood and stuff here to build a frame for it. That would be super awesome. I mean, you can get by in a canvas tent with a wood burning stove because you've got a ton of firewood and you just need an income so you can pay that monthly payment on that property and buy food, of course. Dragonfly says, Dave, is there a Habitat for Humanity out there? Maybe you can get some supplies from there. Yes, my sink actually came from Habitat for Humanity. It's all the way up in Joplin, up by Webb City. And that's where I got the sink for the bus build. Yes, I'm definitely trying to do this on a budget. Yeah. Don Lee said, why are you getting rid of the trailer? Well, that's because I guess he can't make the payments on it because he doesn't have a job right now. And where he lives is pretty tough to get a job because he has to drive so far to get one. Yeah, see, Crazy Ed said, Don Lee, I'm not getting rid of it. They are coming to get it. When you hit hard times, this is what happens, but it's all good. Dragonfly said, oh, I missed that one. What is she up to now? Can you have cherries or dates? I don't know. I don't necessarily eat those. I haven't noticed having a problem with eating cherries. Like, I'll get like a cherry limeade or something at Sonic. And I always, if they put the cherry in there, I'll eat that. But I've never noticed an issue with that. Yeah, Don Lee said, oh, I thought you owned it outright. No. Yeah, that's another thing. It's like he owed a bunch of money on that. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to do YouTube full time, the first thing you got to do is really become debt free. I mean, you got to knock the debt down or whatever. And I know how tough that is, Ed. I really do. That's what I've been struggling to do for probably 10 years now. Big Dreams Tiny Budget also lives in northern Arkansas by herself like Mama V. Possum Run does. She's renovating a mobile home on her property. Cool. I've met Possum Run out there at the 41.36, and that's just why I know her, I guess. Met her through this community. I mean, and there's so many people in this community that I haven't met, and I don't have the time to watch a lot of channels, and I try to support the ones who support me. Yeah, they are just mob family ran money grabs. I'll stand up for myself. Yeah, that's right, Grumpy Grandpa. Yeah, just I could see that years and years ago. The NRA wanting me to join and everything, and I was like, "What are you guys doing for me?" Like, I've seen what you guys do up there in front of Congress and everything, and it's just a battle back and forth. And honestly, I think we'd be better off if we got rid of the NRA, um, because all it is it's a money grabbing thing. Like, that's all they're there for. They're like another form of government to go up there and sit there and do a job that they're not doing any job or anything. So I don't see any reason to give the NRA any money. Hmm. Dave, if anyone lives close to where they do rendezvous, then a tent with poles could possibly found cheap, uh, but in good shape, and maybe with a wood stove. What has Sheptunel said, or Civil War reenactments? Hmm, I'm lost on that conversation. Hmm. I'll have to make some calls and see if I can maybe pull some strings. I'm kind of doubtful. I've got a cousin that owns a tent company, but I don't think he makes that type of tent. Uh, oh, it's places to look for canvas tent for Crazy Ed. Crazy, I said, no, David, that's not what I'm asking for. I don't need anyone's help. Um, and I have the property secured. It's all good. I'm not losing this property. Do you have a job, Ed? Yeah, we owned our RV and traveled and work camped at RV. Where'd it go? Uh, at RV parks. We had an income, plus we make items and bought things to resell at flea markets. Cool. Dragonfly said we did good till the pandemic hit. We sold the RV and moved to Missouri into this cabin. We now have a mortgage. Yeah, I'm really trying to get away from the mortgage. What is she up to now? Because he can't use nylon tents, Dave. They don't have smoke flaps for stovepipe to go out of. Yeah, that's the kind of like tents that my cousin makes, is the like nylon or whatever. I don't think he does any canvas. Army surplus store would be a good place to find a tent. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking, if we could do something for Ed, like where he would have a tent like what Jason Crocker had. And the reason I'm saying this, Ed, is because, you know, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you're living in a tent, it's going to help your channel. This is how it is. All right, guys, I've been on here for an hour, 9 minutes. I can't believe I still have 29 people in here and 39 thumbs up. That is awesome. Guys, I want to leave you with this. Whatever you can do to pay it forward to someone, whether it's just watching their videos or whatever, pay it forward. I sure appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.